Bring tissues for this one, people. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to my review of Doctor Who, The Girl in the Fireplace, the 4th episode of Series 2, or Season 28. So the plot of this story sees a couple of clockwork droids for this spaceship in the 51st century travel back to the 18th century, just over 3,000 years earlier, to attempt that they try opening time windows across the spaceship to try following the life of one particular woman, Madame de Pompadour, a historical figure in French history. And throughout the story, the Doctor, Rose and Mickey, when they arrive on the ship, they discover these time windows in the forms of revolving fireplaces, curtains and windows or mirrors to which open up to different points of lives in Madame de Pompadour's life, as she puts it, like chapters in a book. And the reason these clockwork droids are going back in time to try and find Madame de Pompadour is so that they can get her brain as a part to repair their broken ship, following using the crew to pieces of the crew to fix the ship. So this story basically is the Doctor, Rose and Mickey trying to stop the clockwork droids from taking Madame de Pompadour's head to fix their ship. All this time, the Doctor becomes Renette's guardian angel, as he pops in through different points in history for her, well, jumping most of her childhood, but from when she was 7 to her 23rd birthdays. But then after her 23rd, popping in now and again to say hello. So that's basically the story, and guys, this is an amazing story. The writing is superb, with lots of great sci-fi and historical intrigue. Some great stuff set during the pre-revolutionary France around Madame de Pompadour's life. The personal character writing revolving around the Doctor and Renette is brilliant, as is some pretty fun dialogue between Rose and Mickey. Some pretty cool scenes between the two of them, as Mickey's now officially a companion, and he, as he says, he gets a spaceship on his first go. Presumably this story follows directly from School Reunion then. I think Rose is even wearing the same t-shirt that's at the end of that story. And they have a look around the spaceship, and they find these time windows, as well as also a horse that the Doctor decides to keep and called Arthur. We don't see this horse again, so it's after this episode, so presumably he went back to France, or he's somewhere in the TARDIS stables. It'd be nice for him to come back if it's the case of the latter. Side note, Arthur is my favourite character in this episode, and he doesn't even do that much. But anyway, some beautiful moments between the Doctor and Renette, and also some really cool sci-fi action moments. There's this one bit where the Doctor takes Mickey's fire extinguisher that he's taken and bursts through the door to stop a droid who is spying on Madame de Pompadour. And also some great bits of suspense and terror with the clockwork droids, such as when they take Rose and Mickey to be used as parts. Not to mention what the reveal of what happened to the crew. Whoa, that's pretty dark. Also like how the pre-titles of the episode doesn't reveal the villain. It hints that something is attacking the palace. You can hear the clockwork droids, but you don't see them. And if you haven't seen the Next Time trailer at the end of the last episode, or the Coming Soon trailer from the end of the Christmas Invasion, then it was a pretty great reveal, revealing that it was a clockwork droid in French get-up. That was a nice, silly setup. Also, Sophia Myles does a great performance as Madame de Pompadour. You get to really feel the emotions between her and other characters, especially the Doctor, and you're definitely feeling for the character in many moments as well herself, and she delivers a performance spectacularly. This story also has David Tennant's best performance in the series so far, as he delivers some amazing moments. Sometimes he's happy, upbeat, a bit fun, and then as he starts falling in love with Renette, he starts to have the feelings, and at the end, with the saddened tragedy of her passing whilst he was away, you see the sadness on his expressions, as even when he's talking to Rose and Mickey when he's trying to hide it. But you see the sad expressions on him, and Tennant's just magnificent throughout the entire episode, delivering all of the emotions brilliantly. Lots of really great moments of the happy, upbeat comedy side, but also the sadder moments, and also the bit when Renette's reading his mind. He's trying to read her mind to try and find out why the clockwork droids are coming for her. That's a very doctory thing to do, to read mind read, but one side effect is that Renette is able to read parts of his mind and understand him, and that bit was played really well by Tennant, and he's a bit confused, a bit shocked to find that she can do this. Also, the bit where he pretends to be drunk in order to save Rose and Mickey from the clockwork droids in the next bit. that was brilliant. That was a great moment. The clockwork droids are threatening creatures, and whilst there isn't a huge amount of backstory behind them, they are great villains nevertheless, and some really great moments throughout the story. Not to mention some beautiful visual effects and practical effects too, although I do think that the eye camera thing was a bit too CG. I think that was a bit obvious, but I'll overlook that. It was still really funny and really interesting, and a beautiful Murray Gold music score, especially the theme for the episode that plays throughout, and also the theme that plays for the clockwork droids on the march on the attack. So on the whole, I think The Girl in the Fireplace is a beautiful, brilliant, spectacular story that just absolutely beautiful and absolutely amazing. Hi guys, Nick here. I actually put the wrong score down. I said the wrong score for this review. I said 9 out of 10, but it should have been a 10. So I'm just popping in to fix that correction, correct that mistake. So I'll be giving The Girl in the Fireplace a 10 out of 10. Whole lot of beautiful and amazing stuff, spectacular emotions, and was perfectly put together by the team. Also, I think this is probably the first story where where actually, in the case of a historical character, where it plays with your emotions. I mean, you've got historical stories, both classic and new series, where you get to know the historical figure personally, or it's quite a personal story for them, but then you'll get the ones that just pull at your heartstrings, and I think that's especially with the new series, and I think this is, if not the first, it's definitely an early example of that in the show, and I think it pulled it off brilliantly, and it sets the stage for episodes that will do a similar thing, such as Vincent and the Doctor and Rosa later on down the line, as well as further personal stories such as The Unicorn and the Wasp and Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Another spectacular story, and just this one in particular is just so amazing. Anyway, so that's the heart-punching episode that was The Girl in the Fireplace. Next episode, and the episode following, the next story, sees the return of the Cybermen for the first time since 1988's Silver Nemesis. Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel. That comes next. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne Retro YouTube channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nick. Oh, no, that's too positive. Hold on. All this time, the Doctor becomes the imaginary friend, later sort of secret romantic partner. There's this one bit where the Doctor takes Mickey's fire extinguisher. He, as the Doctor puts it, and it keeps you. If you haven't seen the trailer for this, the next time trailer or the coming soon trailer, then from Christmas Day, and that was nicely set up and built upon. Hold on, that was nicely set up and built upon. Also, Sophia Myles does a brilliant performance as Madame de Pompadour. Also the King's. No, actually, it's Josh. This episode probably also has David Tennant's best performance so far in the series, and some really great stuff. This story also has David Tennant, as well as also some really great emotion, lots of really great motion. And one side effect of that's a very classic Doctor thing to do. Read the minds, and that's a very Doctor-y thing to do, especially for the classic series Doctors or Easter. Whilst we don't get a huge backstory behind them, we've got some great moments. On the whole, I think the girl. And on the whole, so I will be giving The Girl in the Fireplace a 9 out of 10. So that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Next time, we'll be taking a look at the return of the. So I will be giving The Girl in the Fireplace a 10 out of 10.